The first book of NEPHI, his reign, mystery, account of NEPHI and his wife Sariah, and his 4 sons being told. Beginning at Atlas-Atman OVERWATCH, Sam and NEPHI, the Lord warns NEPHI to depart out of the land of Jerusalem, because of his proud desire unto the people concerning the iniquity, and seek to destroy his life. He taketh 3 days' journey to the wilderness of his family. NEPHI taketh his brethren, and returneth to the land of Jerusalem, after the record of the Jews. The account of their sufferings, they take the daughters of Ishmael to wife. They take their families and depart into the wilderness. Their sufferings and afflictions in the wilderness. In the course of the travels, they come to the large waters. NEPHI's brethren rebel against them. They confounded them, and built a ship. They called it, named the place Bountiful. They crossed the large waters into the promised land, and so forth. This is according to the account of NEPHI, or in other words, I, NEPHI, wrote this record. Chapter 1. NEPHI begins the record of his people. Lehi sees in a vision a pillar of fire grateful for the prophecy. He praises God, and foretells the coming of the Messiah, and prophesies of the Messiah, and prophesies the destruction of Jerusalem. He is persecuted by the Jews. I, NEPHI, having been born with godly parents, therefore I was taught so much more things in the learning of my father, and having seen many afflictions in the course of my days, nevertheless, having been highly favored of the Lord in all my days, yea, having a great knowledge of goodness and pursuits of God. Therefore I make a record about the seasons and days. 2. Yea, I make a record in the language of my father, which consists of the language of the Jews and the language of the Egyptians. 3. And I know that the record which I make it is true, and I make it with my own hand, and I make it according to my knowledge. 4. For it came to pass, in the commencement of the first year of the reign of Zedekiah, king of Judah, my father made at Jerusalem in all his days. And that same year there came near prophets prophesying unto the people that they must repent, or the great city of Jerusalem must be destroyed. Therefore it came to pass that my father Lehi, as he went forth, prayed unto the Lord, yea, even with all his heart, in behalf of his people. And it came to pass, as he prayed unto the Lord, there came a pillar of fire and dwelt upon a rock before him, and he saw and heard much. And because of the things which he saw and heard, he did quake and tremble exceedingly. 7. And it came to pass that he returned to his own house at Jerusalem, and he cast himself upon his bed, being overcome with the spirit of the things which he had seen. 8. And being thus overcome with the spirit, he was carried away in a vision, even as he saw the heavens open, and thought that he saw God sitting upon his throne, surrounded with numberless curved horses and angels, and the attitude of his singing and faces of God. 9. And it came to pass that he saw one descending out of the midst of heaven, and he beheld that his luster was above that of the sun and there. 10. And he also saw 12 others following him, and that brightness they exceeded that of the stars in the firmament. 11. And they came down and went forth upon the face of the earth, and the first came and stood before my father, and he gave unto him. And they came down and went forth upon the face of the earth, and the first came and stood before my father, and gave unto him a book, and bade him that he should read. 12. And it came to pass that he read. He was filled with the Spirit of the Lord. 13. And he read, said, Lord, follow unto Jerusalem, for I have seen them of all the nations. Yea, and many things that my father made concerning Jerusalem, that it should be destroyed, and the inhabitants thereof, many should be perished by the sword, and many should be carried away captive into Babylon. 14. And it came to pass that when my father had read and seen many great, marvelous things, even such as great and marvelous are thy works, O Lord, great God Almighty. Thy throne is high in the heavens, and thy power and goodness, mercy are over all the inhabitants of the earth, and because thou art who come unto thee, that they shall perish. 15. And after this manner was the language of my father, and praise of his God, for his soul did rejoice, and his whole heart was filled. Be seen day which the Lord hath shown unto him, and now I do not make a full account of the things which came. Do not make a full account of the things which my father hath written, for he hath written many things which he saw in visions and in dreams, and he also hath written many things which he prophesied and spake unto his children, of which I shall not make a full account. But I shall make an account of my proceedings in my days. Behold, I make a written of the record of my father upon plates, which I have made by my hands. I have made a writing hand, wherefore I have writ the record of my father, and what I made an account of my own life. Concerning the destruction of Jerusalem, the only things for and so his latest things concerning the things which he and as the Jews do not believe as the things which he I'm a man on a mission. Stay out of my way. Get over here, Hila. Manifested plainly with the coming of the Messiah and also the redemption of the world. And when the Jews heard these things, they were angry with him, even as with the prophets of old, whom they have cast out, and stoned and slain, and they also sought his life. And they must put away to be born by NEPHI, for show them at the king of these, who were all of those who be approved, because of their faces, who went to be in as if one of Come here and get stabilized. Another testament of Jesus Christ. The book of Mormon, the account written by the handful upon plates, tables with weights of NEPHI. Wherefore it is an abridgment of the record of the people of NEPHI, on the mission of the land of the law of letters, the power of the God, and the reading in how, written by way of commandments, measure by the apostles, and the revelation, written by the day of thousands below, that they cannot be destroyed, they come forth by the gift and power of God unto the interpretation thereof, sealed by the hand of our own eye, and hid up unto the Lord. He called forth in due time by way of the Gentiles, the interpretation thereof by the gift of God, and put him taking the book of Ezra, also with his record of the people of Jared, who were scattered at the time the Lord and the language of the people. But they were building a tower to get to heaven, which is to show unto the remnants of the house of Israel what great things the Lord hath done for their fathers, and that they may know the covenants of the Lord, that they are not cast off forever. And also for the conviction of the Jews and Gentiles, that Jesus is the Christ, that eternal God, and that he is from all nations. And now that they are both, they are the sins of men, but condemn not the things of God, that he may be found spotless as the judgment of Christ. Translated by Joseph Smith. Published by the Church of Jesus Christ of the Latter-day Saints, Salt Lake City, Utah, USA. First English edition published in 1830, 1981, special edition, complete all pages, in the United States of America, 2008. Introduction. The volume of Holy Scripture comparable to the Bible. This is a record of God's dealings with the ancient Catholics of America. And the King has the Bible, the whole of the everlasting outlines the plan of resurrection, plan for resurrection salvation. He tells men they come to gain peace and good life, eternal salvation in the last time. That's one of the things that Ryan does that comes to some more Romanite. He added a few words in them and put it places that live more on June 21st, 1823, second Romanite. Then glorified, resurrected being, appeared about the Joseph Smith, and instructed him, relative to the
plane is ready to be unleashed.
And of course, the place was lived for Joseph Smith, who translated them by the gift and power of God. The record is now published in many languages as a new and additional witness that Jesus Christ is the living now and all that who will come on and obey the laws and ordinances of his gospel. They be there and turning the prophet Joseph Smith, I hope for the people of no church, of any book of earth, and peace are written and named when it's near to God by writing like Jesus, and the angels of the word provides the letter of it, see the whole place themselves, and the performances of the truth and good gift of the Mormon. Their written testimonies are included through the testimony of true witnesses, the testimony of eight witnesses. We invite all men to agree with the Mormon find that our message contains, and that's God, the eternal God in the name of Christ, if the book is true. Those who pursue this course and act in prayer, will gain a testimony of its truth and divinity by the power of the Holy Spirit, see Romans 23. Those who go this divine witness from the Holy Spirit also come to realize their power that Jesus Christ is the Savior of the world, that Joseph Smith is present, medical, and Father of the last day, and the church of the Jesus Christ, the latter-day saints, is the only kingdom, the church of Jesus Christ, the latter-day saints, is the Holy Spirit. Once again, established on the first, telephone to the thing coming from the side. The testimonies of the three witnesses. The
objective is under attack.
And we also know that they have been translated by the gift and power of God. Of all of us. Wherefore we know of surety that this work is true, and we all testify that we have seen the ravings of our mind, and places that have been words of souls that have been came down to him, and he brought. And wait for our time that we may know and confidently be written down, and we know that the greatest love of all the world that he has held and they record that these things are true. And it is marvelous that our eyes nevertheless, but what the Lord hand us that we should bear record of it, wherefore to be obedient to the friends of God, who bear testimony of these things. And we know that if we be faithful in Christ, we shall rid our bodies of one of all men, may that God is faithful in Jesus Christ, and shall dwell in true reality of God. Mark of the Father, listen to the Holy Ghost, which is one God, and all work, Calvary, Jesus, Master Spirit. Testimonies of eight witnesses, big known as all nations, hundreds of people, and the dreams of worship them, that Joseph Smith Jr., the translators of the work, has shown us a place of which have been spoken, which have appeared to go, and as many of the leaves has Smith has translated, we did handle with our hands, and we also saw engraving thereon, on all which the appearance of the ancient work in 30 workmanship, and we thereafter, the words of this has said, Smith has shown unto us, for we have seen and tested, and known of certain that Smith has not spoken, we have spoken, and we give our names in the world, and words in the world, and we have seen, and we are not by their witness of it. Christian Whitmer, Becky Whitmer, Peter Whitmer, John Whitmer, Jerome Gage, Joseph Smith, Danny, Miriam Smith, Samuel Isha Smith. Now, like Freeman Smith, or stop. Testimony of the prophet Joseph Smith. The prophet Joseph Smith owned the words that coming up with the Mormon on the evening of the 21st of September 1823, of the 217th prayer of the location of Almighty God, all of a sudden, I can call upon God, I discovered a light appearing in my room, which continues to increase into me, as light everything happening there. Appeared, have I been standing here, or speaking out this report, he had a loose robe of most exquisite likeness, there was a likeness beyond anything earthly I have ever seen, more lovely than any earthly thing could be made that you so seen white and brilliant. His hands were naked and his arms also a little above his wrists, so also were his feet naked as were his legs a little above his ankles. His head and neck were also there. I can also say that he knew other clothing on the robe, as it was open so I could see into his bosom. Not only was his robe exceedingly bright, but his whole person, his words beyond description, and his heaven streaming of lightning. The moon was exceedingly light, and also very bright as immediately upon his person. My first look upon him, I was afraid, the fear soon had me. He called me by name, and sent me that he was living, and
Justice saying dispense.
He said that it was a book deposited written on the book is given account of the owner, Atlas, of the continuance, and source on the list, that explained he also does not have to go. That's the limit of the matter. All things to the Eastern, still about, and Eastern, and the Western, and for the Eastern, and the Eastern, possession, and the Eastern, who would have to serious need to former time, that guy, I think people may like this, if some kind of to be a pain not yet fulfilled, I should not show them any person yet, that they were real and true, unless it is written, and managed to show them, I didn't have to be destroyed, there's the rest of the place, the vision of the mind, I see the place, but the place, the in a single in, the place, the place, again, after this, you take my style back in the room, you gotta be around the person, you've been speaking to me, and continue to do something in the room, that's again, down, except just bam.
Still have the tape from my Borderlands XP lobby.
And the room was left as it had been before this hidden, like, had made its appearance. I lay listening on seeing everything of the scene, and marveling greatly at what had been told to me by this extraordinary messenger, when in the midst of my meditation, I suddenly discovered that my room was again being lighted, and in an instant, as it were, the same heavenly messenger was again by my bedside. He commenced and again related the very same things which I had done at this visit, without the least variation which had been done before me of great judgments, which were coming upon the earth, with great desolations by hand, sword, and pestilence, and that these grievous judgments would come on the earth in this occasion. Having related these things, he again ascended as he had been done before. By this time, so deep were the impressions made on my mind, that sleep had fled from my eyes, and I lay, overwhelmed in astonishment at what I had both seen and heard. But what was my surprise when again I beheld the same messenger at my bedside, and heard him rehearse, or repeat, over again to me the same things as before, and added a caution to me, telling me that Satan would try to tempt me, in consequence of indigent circumstances of my father's family, to keep a place, or indigent circumstances of my father's keep a place, for purpose in getting rich. These people bade me, saying that I must have no other object in giving the place of the glorifying God, and must not be influenced by any other motive than that of building his kingdom, otherwise I could not get them. After this third visit, I again ascended into heaven as before, and I was again left to ponder on the strangeness of what I had just experienced, when almost immediately after the heavenly messenger I had from the third time, the cock crowed, and I found that day was approaching, so that our interviews must have occupied the whole of that night. I shortly after arose from my bed, and as usual, with the necessary labors of the day, yet in attempting to work, as at other times, I found my strength so exhausted as to render me entirely unable. My father, who was laboring along with me, discovered something before me, and told me to go home. I started with the intention of going to the house, and attempting to cross the fence out of the field where we were. My strength entirely failed me, and I fell helpless on the ground, and for a time was quite unconscious of anything. The first thing I came after that was a voice speaking to me, calling me by name. I looked up and beheld the same messenger standing over my head, surrounded by light as before. He had been related unto me all that he had related to me the previous night. He commanded me to go to my father, and tell him of the vision and commandments which I had received. I obeyed. I returned to my father and rehearsed the whole matter to him. He was answering that it was of God, and told me to go and be estimated by the messenger. I left the field, and those that this messenger and told me the first thing, the positive, and I went to the secret of the very full life that I had been I knew the times, the instant that I arrived there, for doing so early and concerning heavy events in the world, second side hill, in single size, and the most elevated of any in their way. On the west side of the hill, we are talking about, on the front of the considered side. This was thick, rounding in the middle on the other side, thinner towards the edges, so that the middle part of it was visible above the ground.
I'm staking my claim on the objective.
Having removed the impact in the lever, which I got fixing that inch on the stone, I looked at the researcher, raised it up, I looked in the these eyes, the whole technique, the brewer and the room, dressed but and not thinking how to activate. But I also listened to a random stone when I got in stone stand in some kind of stone. In the bottom of the box were 32 stones, and also inside the box, and of these stones I had the plates and other things with them. I made an attempt to take them out, but was forbidden, but I messenger, and I was given time that time to read before. Come on, wait, he took it more at the time. But he told me how I should use that the process of the on that time that you would have used it. Now I can always use those sometimes before it's being replaced. Accordingly, all I had in the letter, I went to the end of the time to end of each time, I can slow moving the way, and the field instruction, and the conscious, promptly, that is what I was doing. The second I wanted to do how I wanted to the power line for the phone in the place, early up in the field, at the breastwork, came back to the 1,847. Having hour as usual, at the end of another year. Took place, went over positive. The same heavenly messenger delivered their own discharge, and I should be responsible for them. And after that same responsibility, there was no one who could I should be found, that I would use all of our others to preserve them. Until he, importantly, they should be protected. I soon found out the reason why I had received extra charges to keep them safe. And when I was, remember, you have said that I'm the guy who was required, and I was, he was broken. There was soon every moment I had them. There was no so many positions, who used to become from every stratagem that could be invented was resorted to for that purpose. The persecution became more bitter and severe than before, and multitudes around the world continued to keep them from the impossible. But not even a God, who was taken to God, as a father, now to even the power of my hands were according to your angels. The Lord is possible, and he was ineffable. And he was after in charge until the 4 years of the 2008. There was a movement to see just history in the world request, and this is the first case by the United States. No more, that is one region. And there was a few people that the principles on 2 copies of
Payload's moving out.
Rocket barrage incoming.
Family to wilderness by the Red Sea. They leave their property.
It's time.
The son defeats commandments. The man will murder against the father. NEPHI is obedient against the faith. The Lord will keep them, and he is chosen to rule over his brethren. For behold, it came to pass that the Lord spake unto my father, yea, even in the dream, and said unto him, must not thou be happy because of the things which thou hast done, and because of thou hast been faithful, declare unto his people the things which I commanded thee, behold, they seek to take away thy life. 2. And it came to pass that the Lord commanded my father, even in the dream, that he should take his son with whole heart to the wilderness. 3. And it came to pass that he was redeemed unto the word of the Lord, wherefore he did as the Lord commanded. And he was in the wilderness, for he left his house, and the land left his house, and left his gold, and silver, and his precious things, which nothing could take. Where his family made provisions and tents and departed into the wilderness. 5. And he came down by borders near the shore of the Red Sea, and he traveled in the wilderness. And the borders were near on the Red Sea. And he traveled in the wilderness with his family, which consisted of my mother, Sarai, and my older brothers, who were Laman, Khalil, and Sam. 6. And it came to pass that when he had traveled 3 days in the wilderness, he pitched his tent in a valley by the side of the river of water. 7. And it came to pass that he built an altar of stones and made an offering unto the Lord, and gave thanks unto the Lord our God. 8. And it came to pass that he pulled the name of the river Laman, and it emptied into the Red Sea, and the valley was in borders near the mouth there at night. And when he, my father, saw that the waters of the river emptied was around the Red Sea, he spake unto Laman, saying, Go thou art now mighty speed unto the river, continually running to the fountain of all righteousness. 10. Give thanks unto me, all thou art Lord, mighty speed unto this valley, coming to pass in the because of the significance of the law and the mule, so all they remember, and they came against the law, because they do their best, and they come out of the line of Jerusalem, and their inheritance, and the bold and the sword, and the precious things of perishable, and they did say that he had done because of whose meditation of his heart. 12. And thus the law and the mule, the eldest, did murmur against their father, and they did murmur because they knew not the dealings of that God who had created them. 13. Neither did they believe at Jerusalem that great city to destroy the food of the word of the prophet. They were like the Jews who were at Jerusalem to not take away the life of the prophet. 14. And they were asked by my father to speak to them in the valley of the wheel of how they and if we found them, they did the first offer against them. Wherefore, they did as commanded them. 15. My father wanted to have they came to pass their life, they were 60 days to God. Wherefore, I cried to the Lord, and behold, he did visit me, and looked after my heart, and I did believe all the words he said. So do not my father. Wherefore, I did not rebel against him, twice unto my brothers. Therefore, and I said unto him, making known to him the things which I purpose of Levi's spirit. It had said, leave my words. 18. Behold, Allah, and you will not. And he preached the lies of the Lord for them. 19. And it came to pass that the Lord said to me, yet even a land who has a land which is choice above all the next one. And as soon as I read something about Messi, it shall be put off from the bed of the Lord. And in which thou shalt keep commands, thou shalt be made near the shall not against me. I will curse them with a sword curse, and they shall have no power over thy seed, except it rebel against you also. And it shall be that they rebel against me, they shall be destroyed from thy seed.
Victory!
And I found the ring of the weak ones. Wherefore the Lord hath commanded me that thou from the waters to go to the house of Adam and seek for our birds and bring them down hither to the loose. And now the things shall really heard of saying, I did a hard thing which I have required them, but behold, I have not required it. So then it is because thou hast not learned.
I'm gonna go.
Which the Lord hath commanded, for I know that the Lord shall prepare a way for them, that they may follow the things which he commanded, and do not have it, and fear to do. He who is being blessed, for he will have the knowledge of the Lord, and I,
Continue the valley shit. And I will come up to your feet. Well, get it. I will come up to you. Come like she's just burned right oh my god, what's so you like basically put on self-destruct and then
Getting more Yes, there's always a way to go, man. Wait, so you watch right now? And what's that man? He's like, he's time. Concerning others of Jews, as I won't open my brethren, good word, that was, we, the king passion, and the provider, also, the little,
in presence for the case of Elizabeth. They signed me and had something that their lives also communicating as I called after them, and they did hear me, therefore they did cease to flee from my presence. The king has servant of the land killed, I read the eternal, and was about to flee from before me and return to the city of Jerusalem. 31. And now I bring a band of from Sasha, having received a certain gold that I received one, a certain kind of that he should have flee against as I said, the parting my words, as the Lord does, as I was even said that he would harden with our voice. I say to me, that you should be a free man like with us, and be looked man in the wilderness with us, before I say unto him, said, surely the Lord hath commanded us to do this thing, and shall we not be diligent in keeping the men of the Lord? Therefore, thou must go down into the wilderness, my father now. I shall not praise us. If I have a ram, take me courage with the words, but I speak my whole with the name, the servant of the house that you go down to the wilderness. He also made no combat, that he would carry us, don't have time, praise the Lord, desires, that he should carry the great, help us to work, all us in the views of my heart, concerning our life in the wilderness, also to see us and the choice we have, the Atlas-Atman.
There's no chance we can take care of this fire. Is there?
And I think that's a little bit of a lot harder into the very into the This is page 10. Page 10, chapter 5. Samaya complained that he had to return the sight and sacrifice the lights of grass and the lighting of Moses and as it said, and the reservation of the campaign grass. We began to come down into the wilderness unto our father. Behold, there is no Joel, and also my mother Samaya. Was I seeing the plan? For she surely had more because of us too. For she had supposed that we had perished in the wilderness. And she also had complained against my father, telling that he was a visionary man, saying, behold, thou hast made us walk from the land of our inheritance, and my sons are no more, only perished in the wilderness. And I was young and
right in the face. Face.
Yea, and I know one of my sons out of the hands of the and after the land of my father, we comfort my mother, Sariah, concerning us while we journeyed in the wilderness up to the land of Jerusalem, to obtain what we have. And when we had returned to the tent of my father, we went out and was home, and my mother was comforted. And she said, I know my truth at the wall after I knew my husband to be and I was assured you that the Lord would take my soul and deliver me. And in the hour that I came to accomplish the thing which the Lord had commanded me, and after this man moved, it should speak.
Oh my god, no, I felt that. Second, maybe not. Well, no, fuck it. Chapter 6. Yet my lights have been God. He purposed to persuade men to come to God with Abraham and he said, and now that I have not given the deal to my fathers in the part of my record, neither at any time shall I give it after upon I think with the skin and the record, it has been kept by my father, therefore I do not make it in the book 2. And I have not given him of all things of my father. For Page 12. I desire the rule that I may write of the things of God. For the hopelessness of language is that I may persuade men that I am the God of Abraham, and the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob, and be saved by. Wherefore the things are easy unto the world, I do not write, but the things are pleasing unto God, and unto those who are not of the world. 6. Wherefore I shall give a commandment unto my seed, that they shall not occupy these places with things which are not of work unto the children of men. Chapter 7, Levi still returned to Jerusalem, and enlists Israel and his household in their cause, the land, and Levi exhorts his brethren to have faith in the Lord. They bind him, the cords and plan his destruction. He is freed by the power of faith. His brethren ask forgiveness. Lehi and his company offer sacrifice and burnt offerings. And now I would that ye might know that after my father Lehi had made an end of prophesying concerning the seed, it came to pass the Lord spake unto him again, saying that it was not to be for him, Lehi, that he should take his family into the wilderness alone, but that his sons should take daughters to wife, that they might raise up seed unto the Lord in the land of promise. And it came to pass, that the Lord commanded him that I, NEPHI, and my brethren should again return unto the land of Jerusalem, and bring down Ishmael and his family into the wilderness city. And it came to pass that I, NEPHI, did again with my brethren go forth into the wilderness and go up to Jerusalem. And it came to pass that we went up unto the house of Ishmael, and we did gain favor in the sight of Ishmael, insomuch that we did speak unto him the words of the Lord. And it came to pass that the Lord did soften the heart of Ishmael, and also his household, insomuch that they took their journey with us down into the wilderness to the truth of our father. 6. And it came to pass that as we journeyed in the wilderness, behold, Aman and Mobile, and two of the other Ishmael, the two sons of Ishmael, and his two daughters, and Sam, and their father Ishmael, and his wife, his 3 other daughters. 7. And it came to pass in the which rebellion they were desirous to return unto the land of Jerusalem. 8. And now I, NEPHI, may grieve for the hardness of their hearts, therefore I spake unto them, saying, Yea, even unto Aman and unto Mobile, behold, ye are mine elder brethren, and how it is that ye are so hard in your hearts, and so blind in your minds, that ye have need that I, your younger brother, should speak unto you, yea, and set him candidly. 9. How is it that ye have not hearkened unto the Lord, the word of the Lord? 10. How is it that ye have forgotten that ye are
The ultimate goal is ready.
Yea,
I fight
Page 13, 11, yea, and how it is that ye have forgotten what great things the Lord hath done for us in delivering us out of the hand of the lion, and also that we shall obtain the record. 12. Yea, and how is it that ye have forgotten the Lord for the fullness of the Lord ceaseth to strive with them. For the fullness they have rejected the prophets, and Jeremiah have they cast into prison, and they have sought to take away the life of my father, insomuch that they have driven him out of the land. 15. Now of all I say to you that you are returning to Jerusalem, and as you have so up the time with me, the Lord has given you, that you will be. The Spirit of the Lord spoke to me as a kid, 16. And it came to pass that when I had spoken these words of my friends, they were angry with me, and it came to pass that they did lay their hands upon me, for behold, they were exceedingly wroth, and they did cry unto me, for this opportunity in my life, that they might believe me, and witness me about my mouth. 17. It came to pass that I prayed of the Lord, said, O Lord, according to my faith, what is in me, both has rid of me from the hands of my brethren, yea, even give me strength that I may curse these bands with which I am bound. 18. And it came to pass that the time of the teachers, the Lord and written, the off my hands and feet, and not able to brethren, and I spake unto them, 17. And it came to pass that they angry with me, and took the right hand upon me, but the Lord was not in the people that they had put their mother, and when the thunder not ceasing, I read into my faith of the friends, and they did cease striving to take away my life. 20. And it came to pass that they were sorrowful because of their wickedness, did so much that they did bow down before me, and did plead with me that I would forgive them of the things that they had done against me. And 21. And it came to pass that I did frankly forgive them all that they had done, and I did exhort them that they would pray on their God for forgiveness. And it came to pass that they did so, and after they had done praying unto the Lord, we did again travel on our journey towards the tent of our father. 22. And it came to pass that what we did, the page turn has page 14, there's one paragraph left. And so I'm just making a big deal out of this. So 22 has one line on page 14, and then a paragraph on page 14. 13, 14, okay. So 22 was, and it came to pass that we did come down unto the tent of our father, and after I and my brethren, all the house of Ishmael, had come down unto the tent of my father, they did give thanks unto the Lord, their God, and they did offer sacrifice and burnt offerings unto him.
Select your hero.
Page 14. Levi sees the vision of the tree of life, he partakes of its fruit, and desires his family to do likewise. He sees a rod of iron, a straight and narrow path, the midst of darkness, and shrouded heads, Uriah and NEPHI and Sam partake of the fruit, and the worm and the mule refuse. And it came to pass that we had gathered together all manner of seeds of every kind, both of grain and of every kind, and also the seeds of fruit of every kind too. And it came to pass that while my father carried the word of the faith and saying, behold, I have seen the green more, in other words, I have seen of it in free. And behold, because of the things that I have seen, I have reason to rejoice the Holy Gazette. And also I'm saying, I have reason to split the faith, and also made a seed. So he said, for that behold the line, so you are exceedingly because of you for the holy men not as not, and me not as I, my kingdom dark and dreary wilderness, and God has had I saw a wife of a man named Christian Michael, and he came to 46, and him has to be straight unto me, and bade me follow, and said, and him as I was followed him, I beheld myself, that I was in the dark and dreary ways. One time I opened the space of many hours in darkness, I began to pray for hope, but I would have mercy on me according to multitude of mercies. Now, and him as I was under the Lord, I uttered an arch still, and him as I beheld the tree of fruit was desirable to make one happy. 11, and him as I did before, if I take up the fruit thereof, I beheld that it was most sweet above all that I ever before tasted. Yea, and I beheld the fruit thereof was white, exceeding all fatness I had ever seen. 12, and I took the fruit thereof, and filled myself, exceedingly great joy my heart began to be. Desires my family, I hated also, so I knew that it was battle of all fruit. 13, I kept my eyes down, and I stand behind me as I become under water, and ran along with the fruit of this, I partake of the fruit. 14, and I looked behold, on his name, and I saw that it, and I was looking up, and the head thereof, and it was your water, for I beside the fire, and it stood as if it knew not that it should grow. 15, with this, that's the bottom, 15, 17, and I also did say, and I did come and leave, I did the fruit, to the desirable of all fruit. 16, and king passed away, and come with me, and I did the fruit, and 17, the king passed out among the most of them, I did the fruit, before I passed by, I was with the river that passed on my feet, 18, and I saw and then back up, and I did the fruit, 19, I make it along, I'm hiding also with the straight narrow path, the king along the back, even the king of the also running the hill, and the power, 16, and I saw the rest of the people leading were pressing forward, and they might attain the path which led towards the tree, by which I stood, and came past the 20, and came past the gate from forth, and commenced in the path which led to the tree, and came past there was the darkness gate, and exceeding great the darkness, and they had commenced in the path, and loosed their way, and not past they wore it up, and were lost, and came to pass, and beheld others 24, and came past, and I beheld others 24, and came to the couple, the end of the iron gate, and the four, and the darkness of the iron gate himself, made it from forth, and came up to the thick fire, and after that, the city didn't pass their eyes, and after they were ashamed, and also cast down, and out, and beheld on the other side of the field, and it was created people of male and female, and their hair dressed exceedingly fine, and they were connected, mocking, and closing their fingers towards those who had no hand or taken of the fruit. And after that tasted the fruit, they were ashamed because of those that were scoffing at them. And they fell away with the bidding past and my father got to be short and thankful before him, so they were pressing on and came up over the end of the line, these are the words my father has never seen, and fallen my way, and the line hill will part of not with me. And I said, my father, he said, and my father was where his dream vision. But for me, he said, ask me these things, which he saw, and I didn't get suited to hear, to along the way, we hear, page 16, chapter 9, NEPHI makes two sets of records, each one is called the police in NEPHI, and all the records are the history, just like one will find the same things. And all these things did my father see and hear and speak as he went the text and the body and the middle, and also a great many more things, which cannot be written on these words too. And now, as I have spoken concerning my son, behold, they have history of
No one can hide from my sight.
Wherefore the Lord hath made me to make these places for a wise purpose, which purpose I do not resist, but the Lord will make it, and make it, where the people have the way to come from, and the children of God, and the you have no power, and not good, a false voice, and nothing is, amen.
NEPHI predicts without weighing captivity. He tells of the coming among the Jews of the Messiah, a Savior, a Redeemer. He tells also of the coming of the one who should baptize the Lamb of God. Lehi tells of the death and resurrection of the Messiah. He compares the scattering and gathering of Israel to an olive tree. NEPHI speaks of the Son of God and the gift of the Holy Ghost and of the need for righteousness. And that I, NEPHI, proceeds to give an account on these places of my proceedings, and narrate and ministry wherever we receive my account, and also speak somewhat of the things of my Father, and also for my brethren. 2. For behold, it came to pass after my Father had made an end of speaking the words of his dream, and also of exhorting them to all diligence, he spake unto them concerning the Jews. 3. That after they should be destroyed, even that great city Jerusalem, many be carried away captive into Babylon, according to the homes due time of the Lord. They should return again, yea, even be brought back out of captivity, and after they should be brought back out of captivity, they should possess again the land of their inheritance. 4. Yea, even 600 years from the time that my Father left Jerusalem, when the Lord God raised up the Jews, even the Messiah. Or in other words, a Savior of the world. 5. And he also spake concerning the prophets that bring number of these things concerning this Messiah, of whom he had spoken, Lord is Redeemer of the world. 6. Wherefore of mankind went in a lost and in a fallen state, and ever would he save, and they should rely on his Redeemer. 7. And he spake also concerning a prophet, who should come before the Messiah to the way of the Lord. 8. Yea, even he should go forth, and cry in the wilderness, hear ye the way of the Lord, and make his paths straight. For there standeth one among you whom ye know not, and he is connected to the nine, which the Jews imagine, I have not placed on loose, and what he say, my Father concerning this thing. 9. And my Father said he should have baptized him, and he also said he should baptize all the and he should baptize the Messiah of the Father. 10. And after he had baptized the Messiah of the Father, he should be whole and bear memory that he had full, baptized the Lamb of God, who should take away the sins of the world. 11. And came to pass after my Father had spoken these words, he spake unto my brethren concerning the gospel, which should be preached among the Jews, and also concerning the dwindling of the Jews and unbelief. And after they had slain the Messiah, who should come, and after he had been slain, he should rise from the dead, and should make himself manifest by the Holy Ghost into the Gentiles. 12. Yea, even my Father spake concerning the house of Israel, that they should be obeyed, and should be, whose races should be broken up, and should be scattered upon all these of earth. 13. Wherefore he said, lest these be, that we should be led with one accord into the land of promise, into the fulfilling of the word of the Lord, and we should be scattered upon all the face of the earth. 14. And after the house of Israel should be scattered, they should be gathered together again, for in time after the Gentiles had received the fullness of the gospel, the natural branches of the olive tree, or the remnants of the house of Israel, should be compacted in, or come to the knowledge of the true Messiah, their Lord and their Redeemer. 15. And after this manner of language did my Father prophesy, and spake unto my brethren, and also many more things, which I do not write in this book, for I have written as many of them as were expiated for me in mine other book. 16. And all these things which I have chosen, for none of my Father was sent, the valley of Unimo. 17. And it came to pass after I had having heard all the words of my Father concerning the things which he saw in the vision, and also the things which he spake, out of the Holy Ghost, which power he received by faith on the Son of God. And the Son of God was the Messiah, which from I was desirous also that I might see and hear and know these things, by the power of the Holy Ghost, which is the gift of God unto all those who diligently seek him, as well as times of old. But page 19, as in the time that he should manifest himself unto the children of men. 18. For he is the same yesterday, today, and forever, and the way is prepared for all men, from the foundation of the world, but so he that shall repent and come into him. 19. For he that diligently seeketh shall find, and the mysteries of God shall be unfolded unto them, by the power of the Holy Ghost, as well in these times as in times of old, and as well in times of old as in times to come. Wherefore the course of the Lord is one eternal bound. 20. Therefore remember, O man, for all thy doings, that thou shalt be brought into judgment. 21. Wherefore if ye have sought to do wickedly in the days of your probation, and ye are found unclean for the judgment of God, and no unclean thing can dwell with God, wherefore ye must be cast up forever. 22. And the Holy Ghost giveth authority that I should speak these things, and I know not. Chapter 11. Chapter 11. NEPHI sees the Spirit of the Lord and is shown in the vision of the tree of life. He sees the mother of the Son of God and learns of the condensation of God. He sees the baptism and ministry and crucifixion of the Lamb of God. He sees also the calling ministry of the 12 apostles of the Lamb. For it came to pass, after I desired to know the things that my Father had seen, and believing the Lord was able to make them known unto me, and as I sat pondering it in my heart, I was caught away in the Spirit of the Lord, yea, even an exceedingly high mountain, which never had I seen before seen, and upon which I never had before set my foot. 2. And the Spirit said unto me, behold, what desirest thou? 3. And I said, I desire to behold things which my Father saw. 4. And the Spirit said unto me, believest thou that thy Father saw the tree of which he hath spoken? 5. And I said, yea, thou knowest that I believe all the words of my Father. 6. And when I had spoken these words, the Spirit cried with a loud voice, saying, Hosanna to the Lord, the Most High God, for he is God over all the earth, yea, even above all. And blessed art thou, NEPHI, because thou believest in the Son of the Most High God. Wherefore thou shalt behold the things which thou hast desired. 7. And behold, this thing shall be given unto thee for a sign, that after thou hast beheld the tree which bore the fruit which thy Father tasted, thou shalt also behold a man descending out of heaven, and whom shall ye witness? And after ye have witnessed him, ye shall bear record, and he is the Son of God. 8. And it came to pass, the Spirit said unto me, Look, and I looked. Page 20, and beheld a tree. It was like unto the tree which my Father had seen, and the beauty thereof was far beyond, yea, exceeding of all beauty, and the whiteness thereof did exceed the whiteness of the driven snow. 9. And it came to pass, after I had seen the tree, I said unto the Spirit, I behold, thou hast shown me unto me the tree which is precious above all. 10. And he said unto me, What desirest thou? 11. And I said unto him to know the interpretation thereof, for I spake unto him as a man speaketh. For I behold that he was in the form of a man, yet nevertheless I knew that it was the Spirit of the Lord, and he spake unto me as a man speaketh with another. 12. And it came to pass, and he said unto me, Look, and I looked, as if to look upon him, and I saw him not, for he had gone from before my presence. 13. And it came to pass that I looked and beheld the great city of Jerusalem, and also other cities, and I beheld the city of Nazareth. And in the city of Nazareth I beheld a virgin, and she was exceedingly fair and white. 14. And it came to pass that I saw the heavens open, and an angel came down and stood before me, and he said unto me, NEPHI, what people is thou? 15. And I said unto him, the virgin most beautiful and fair above all other virgins. 16. And he said unto me, knowest thou the condensation of God? 17. And I said unto him, I know that he loveth his children. Nevertheless, I do not know the meaning of all things. 18. And he said unto me, behold, the virgin whom thou seest is the mother of the Son of God, after the manner of the flesh. 19. And it came to pass that I beheld that she carried away in the spirit, and after she had been carried away in the spirit, for the space of a time, the angel spake unto me, saying, Look. 20. And I looked and beheld the virgin again bearing a child in her arms. 21. And the angel said unto me, behold the Lamb of God, yea, even the Son of the eternal Father. Knowest thou the meaning of the tree which thy father saw? 22. And I answered him, saying, yea, it is the love of God, which showeth itself abroad in the hearts of the children of men. Wherefore it is the most desirable of all things. 23. And he spake unto me, saying, yea, and the most joyous to the souls. 24. And after he had said these words, he said unto me, Look. And I looked, and I beheld the Son of God going forth among the children of men. And I saw many fall down at his feet, and worship him. 25. And it came to pass that I beheld the rod of iron, which my father had seen was the word of God, and led to the fountain of the living waters, or to the tree of life. Page 21. Which waters are representation of the love of God, and I also beheld the tree of life was representation of the love of God. 26. And the angel said unto me again, Look, and behold the condensation of God. 27. And I looked and beheld the Redeemer of the world, of whom my Father had spoken, and I also beheld the prophet, who should prepare the way before him. And the Lamb of God went forth and was baptized of him, and after he was baptized I beheld the heavens open, and the Holy Ghost come down out of heaven, and abide upon him in the form of a dove. 28. And I beheld that he went forth ministering unto the people in power and great glory, and the multitudes were gathered together to hear him. And I beheld that they were cast him out from among them. 29. And I also beheld 12 others following him, and it came to pass that they were carried away in the spirit from before my face, and I saw them not. 30. And it came to pass that an angel spake unto me again, saying, Look. And I looked, and I beheld the heavens open again, and I saw angels ascending upon the children of men, and they did minister unto them. 31. And he spake unto me again, saying, Look. And I looked, and I beheld the Lamb of God going forth among the children of men. And I beheld multitudes of people who were sick, and who were afflicted with all manner of disease, and with devils and unclean spirits. And the angel spake and showed all these things unto me, and they were healed by the power of the Lamb of God. And the devils and unclean spirits were cast out. 32. And it came to pass, the angel spake unto me again, saying, Look. And I looked and beheld the Lamb of God, and he was taken by the people. Yea, the Son of the everlasting God was judge of the world. And I saw in their record. 33. And I, NEPHI, saw that he was lifted up upon the cross and slain for the sins of the world. 34. And after he was slain, I saw the multitudes of the earth, that they were gathered together to fight against the apostles of the Lamb, for thus they were 12 called by the angel of the Lord. 35. And the multitude of the earth was gathered together, and I beheld that they were in a large, spacious building, like unto the building which my father saw. And the angel of the Lord spake unto me again, saying, Behold, the world and the wisdom thereof, yea, behold, the house of Israel hath gathered together to fight against the 12 apostles of the Lamb. 36. And it came to pass that I saw in their record that the great and spacious building was the pride of the world, and it fell, and the fall thereof was exceedingly great. And the angel of the Lord spake unto me again, saying, Thus shall be the destruction of all nations, kindreds, tongues, and people, that shall fight against the 12 apostles of the Lamb. Page 22, chapter 12. NEPHI sees in vision the land of promise to righteousness and equity, and downfall of inhabitants that come in the Lamb of God among them, God's 12 disciples and 12 apostles of those Israel, the loathsome and filthy state of those who go on unbelief. I came past the angel saying, Behold, behold, I see, and also the seed of thy brethren, and I look and beheld the promise, I behold multitudes of people dead, even as it were, and as the sand of the sea. 2. I came past I beheld multitudes gathered together, and after one minute, and beheld the Lord, wars and rumors of wars, and great slaughter of the sword among my people. 3. I came past I beheld my generation passed away into the land of fools and contentious in the lion, and beheld many cities, yea, even there I did not number dead. 4. I came past I saw the darkness of the face of the lion of promise, I saw the lightnings, and earth thundering, earthquakes, and all manner of coldness, and I saw the rocks therein. I saw mountains tumbling in pieces, and I saw the plains of the earth, that they were broken, and I saw many cities that were sunk. I saw many that they were burned with fire, I saw many that did tumble to the earth because of the quaking of the earth. It came to pass that after I saw these things, I saw the vapor of darkness. It passed from off the face of the earth. Before I saw multitudes who had not fallen, because the great and terrible darkness of the Lord sits. I saw the heavens open, and the Lamb of God descending out of the heaven, and came down to show himself unto them. 7. I also saw the river, and the Holy Ghost on his shoulders, they were ordained God, and showed an angel stood unto me, saying, Behold, the 12 sides of the Lamb of God, revealed in the I see 97 of them that are members of the apostles of the Lamb, they are, who shall judge 12 tribes of Israel, wherefore the 12 ministers of thy seed shall be judged, for ye are the house of Israel. And these 12 ministers, whom thou beholdest, shall judge thy seed, and behold, they are in righteousness forever, for because of their faith in the Lamb of God, their garments are made white in his blood. 11. And the angel said unto me, Look, and I looked, and behold, 3 generations passed away, and fornication, righteousness, their garments were white, even like unto the Lamb of God. And the angel said unto me, These are made white of the blood of the Lamb, because of their faith in him. 12. And I, NEPHI, also saw many of the 4th generation, who passed away from righteousness. 13. And came to pass, I saw multitudes that are gathered together. 14. Angels of people, all I see, and also the seed of my brethren. Now 15. And came past, I will, and I saw the people I see, gathered together, multitudes of my brethren. They were gathered together, and the angel said to me, saying, Behold, I am from the filthy water of fathers, I gave you my purpose, so that there of death hell. 7. This is what was contained in the devil with blinded eyes, and hardened the hearts of the children of men, and leaded them away, and brought roads of the perish from a lost keeping. The large and spacious building which thy father saw, is made and faithful, and the palace of children of men, and great and terrible multitude of them, they the Lord that doesn't be no man of time, the Lamb of God, of whom the Holy Ghost, their very from the beginning of the world, who shall this time, from the time of his work is forever. 19. And while the angels were before I held the sound of the secret of revelation, and it came back to the authority of the Lord of the angel, because of that I see, the temptation that I held the secret did who power people I see. 20. And it came past, I beheld and saw people and see my brethren, and they were from my feet, and they were multitude upon the face of the land. And then I saw them gathered together, multitudes, I saw wars of the room, wars upon them, wars of the room, I saw many back away, and the angel said unto me, Behold, these shall dwindle and believe in thee, The Book of Mormon, Chapter 2. Book 2, NEPHI Chapter 2. Redemption cometh through the Holy Messiah. Freedom of choice, agency, is essential to existence and progression. Adam fell that men like men are free to choose liberty and eternal life. And now, Jacob, I speak unto you. Therefore, in the days of thy tribulation in the wilderness, and behold, in thy childhood, thou hast suffered afflictions and much sorrow, because of the rudeness of thy brethren. 2. Nevertheless, Jacob, my firstborn, in the wilderness, thou knowest the greatness of God, and he shall consecrate thine afflictions for thy gain. 3. Wherefore thy soul shall be blessed, and thou shalt dwell safely with thy brother Nephi, and thy days shall be spent in the service of thy God. Wherefore I know that thou art redeemed, because of the righteousness of thy Redeemer, for thou hast beheld that in the fullness of the time he cometh to bring salvation unto men. 4. And thou hast beheld in thy youth and his glory. Wherefore thou art blessed, even as they unto whom he shall minister in the flesh. For the Spirit is the same, yesterday, today, and forever. And the way is prepared from the fall of man, and salvation is free. 5. And when men are instructed sufficiently that they know good from evil, and the law is given unto men, and by the law no flesh is justified.
Wait, let me, I'm coming.
Law, they were cut off, and also by the spiritual law they perish from that which is good, and become miserable forever. 6. Wherefore redemption cometh in and through the Holy Messiah, for he is full of grace and truth. 7. Behold, he offereth himself a sacrifice for sin, to answer the ends of broken heart and contrite spirit, and unto none else can the ends of the law be answered. 8. Wherefore how great is the importance to make these things known unto the inhabitants of the earth, that they may know that there is no flesh that can dwell in the presence of God. Save it be through the merits and mercy and grace of the Holy Messiah, who layeth down his life according to the flesh, and taketh it again by the power of the Spirit, that he may bring to pass the resurrection of the dead, being the first that should rise. 9. Wherefore he is the first fruits unto God, inasmuch as he shall make intercession for all the children of men, and they that believe in him shall be saved. 10. And because of the intercession for all men come unto God, wherefore they stand in the presence of him, to be judged of him according to the truth and holiness which is in him. Wherefore the ends of the law which the Holy One hath given unto the inflicting of the punishment which is affixed, whose punishment that is affixed is in opposition to that of the happiness which is affixed, to answer the ends of the atonement. 11. For it must needs be that there is an opposition in all things. If not so, my firstborn in the wilderness, righteousness could not be brought to pass, neither wickedness, neither holiness, nor misery, neither good nor bad. Wherefore all things must needs be a compound in one, where page 58. For if should be one body, it must needs remain as dead, having no life, neither death, nor corruption, nor incorruption, happiness, nor misery, neither sense, nor insensibility. 12. Wherefore it must needs have been created for a thing of naught. Wherefore there would have been no purpose in the end of its creation. Wherefore this things must needs destroy the wisdom of God and his eternal purposes, and also the power and mercy and the justice of God. 13. And if ye shall say there is no law, ye shall also say there is no sin. If ye shall say there is no sin, ye shall say there is no sin. Ye shall also say there is no righteousness. And if there be no righteousness, there is no happiness. And if there be no righteousness nor happiness, there be no punishment nor misery. And if these things are not, there is no God. And if there is no God, we are not, neither the earth. For there could have been no creation of things, neither to act, nor to be acted upon. Wherefore all things must have vanished away. 14. And now, my sons, I speak unto you these things for your profit and learning, for there is a God, and he hath created all things, both the heavens and the earth, and all things that in them are, both things to act and things to be acted upon. 15. And to bring about his eternal purposes in the end of man, after he had created our first heavens, and the beasts of the field, and the fowls of the air, and in time all things which are created, it must needs be that there was an opposition, even the forbidden fruit, in opposition to the tree of life, the one being sweet and the other bitter. 16. Wherefore the Lord God gave unto him that he should act for himself. Wherefore man could not act for himself, save it should be that he was enticed by the one or the other. 17. And I, Lehi, according to the things which I have read, must needs to suppose that an angel of God, according to that which is written, had fallen from heaven. Wherefore he became a devil, having sought that which was evil before God. 18. And because he had fallen from heaven, and had become miserable forever, he sought also misery of all mankind. Wherefore he said unto Eve, yea, even the old serpent, who is the devil, who is the father of all lies, wherefore he said, partake of the forbidden fruit, and ye shall not die, but ye shall be as God, knowing good and evil. 19. And after Adam and Eve had partaken of the forbidden fruit, they were driven out of the Garden of Eden to till the earth. 20. And they have brought forth, page 29, children, yea, even the family of all the earth. 21. And the days of the children of men were prolonged according to the will of God, that they might repent while in the flesh. Wherefore their state became a state of probation. And their time was lengthened according to the commandments which the Lord God gave unto the children of men. For he gave commandments that all men must repent, for he showed unto all men that they were lost because of their transgression of their parents. 22. And now, behold, if Adam had not transgressed, he would not have fallen, that he would have remained in the Garden of Eden. And all things which were created must have remained in the same state in which they were after they were created. And they must have remained forever, and had no end. was 3. And they would have had no children, wherefore they would have remained in a state of innocence, having no joy, for they knew no misery, doing no good, for they knew no sin. 24. But behold, all things have been done in the wisdom of him who knows all things. 25. Adam fell that men might be, and men are, that they might have joy. 26. And the Messiah cometh in the fullness of time, that he may redeem the children of men from the fall. And because that they are redeemed from the fall, they have become free forever, knowing good from evil, to act for themselves and not to be acted upon, save it be by the punishment of the law, at the great and last day, according to the commandments which God hath given. 27. Wherefore men are free according to the flesh, and all things are given them which are expedient unto man. And they are free to choose liberty and eternal life through the great mediator of all men, or to choose captivity and death, according to the captivity and power of the devil. For he seeketh that all men might be miserable like unto himself. 28. And now, my sons, I would that ye should look to the great mediator, and hearken unto his great commandments, and be faithful unto his words, and choose eternal life, according to the will of his Holy Spirit. 29. And not choose eternal death, according to the will of the flesh, and the evil which is therein, which giveth the spirit of the devil power to captivate, to bring you down to hell, that he may reign over you in his own kingdom. 30. I have spoken these words unto you all, my sons, in the last days of my probation, and I have, page 60, chosen the good parts according to the words of the prophet, and I have none other object save it be the everlasting welfare of your souls. Amen. NEPHI 3. Okay. For the Book of Mormon, Book 2, NEPHI 2, Chapter 3. Joseph in Egypt saw the Nephites in his vision. He prophesied of Joseph Smith, the latter-day seer of Moses, who would deliver Israel, and of the coming forth of the Book of Mormon. And now I speak unto you, Joseph, my last born. Thou wast born in the wilderness of mine afflictions. Yea, in the days of my greatest sorrow did thy mother bear thee too. And may the Lord consecrate also unto thee this land, which is most precious land, for thine inheritance and the inheritance of thy seed, while thy brethren for thy security forever, if it so be that it shall keep the commandments of the Holy One of Israel. 3. And now, Joseph, my last born, whom I have brought out of the wilderness of mine afflictions, may the Lord bless thee forever, for thy seed shall not utterly be destroyed. 4. For behold, thou art the fruit of my loins, and I am a descendant of Joseph, who was carried captive into Egypt, and the great were the covenants of the Lord, which the made unto Joseph. 5. Wherefore Joseph truly saw our day, and he obtained a promise of the Lord, and out of the fruit of his loins the Lord God would raise up a righteous branch unto the house of Israel, not the Messiah, but a branch which was to be broken up, nevertheless to be remembered in the covenants of the Lord, that the Messiah should be made manifest unto them in the latter days, in the spirit of power, unto bringing of them out of darkness unto light, yea, out of the hidden darkness and out of captivity into freedom. This is still page 60. 6. For Joseph truly testified, saying, a seer shall the Lord thy God raise up, who shall be a choice seer unto the fruit of my loins. 7. Yea, Joseph truly said, thus saith the Lord unto me, a choice seer will I raise up out of the fruit of my loins, and he shall be esteemed highly among the fruit of my loins. And unto him will I give commandment, that he shall do a work for the fruit of my loins. His brethren, we shall do a great work unto them, even to the bringing of them to the knowledge of the covenants, which I have made with thy fathers. 8. And I will give unto him a commandment, that shall be none other work, save the work which I shall command him. And I will make him great in mine eyes, for he shall do my work. 9. And he shall be great unto Moses, whom I have said, I will raise up unto you, to deliver my people from the house of Israel.
10. And Moses will I raise up to deliver thy people out of the land of Egypt. 11. But a seer will I raise up out of the fruit of thy loins, and unto him, page 61, will I give power to bring forth my word unto the seed of thy loins, and not to bring forth thy words only, saith the Lord, but to convincing them of my word, which shall have already gone forth among them. 12. Wherefore the fruit of thy loins shall rise, and the fruit of the loins of Judah shall rise, that which shall be written, I the fruit of thy loins, and also that which shall be written, the fruit of the loins of Judah shall grow together unto the confounding of false doctrines, and laying down of contentions, and establishing peace among the fruit of the loins, and bringing them to the knowledge of their fathers in the latter days, and also to the knowledge of my covenant, saith the Lord. 13. And there's a weakness, he shall be made strong. Anyway, when my word shall commence among all people, and to the restoring thee, O house of Israel, saith the Lord. 14. And that prophesied Joseph, saying, O that seed will be of the Lord blessed, and he that seeketh surely shall be prepared. For the promise which I have obtained of the Lord, and the fruit of my loins shall be fulfilled. Behold, I am sure of the fulfillment of his promise. 15. And his name shall be called after me, and it shall be after the name of his father. And he shall be like unto me, and the thing which the Lord shall bring forth by his hand, the power of the Lord, shall bring my people unto salvation. 16. Yea, thus prophesies Joseph, I am sure of this thing, even as I am sure of the promise of Moses, for the Lord hath said unto me, I will preserve thy seed forever. 17. And the Lord hath said, I will raise up a Moses, and I will give power unto him in a rod, and I will give judgment unto him in writing. Yet I will not lose his tongue, and he shall speak much. For I will not make him mighty in speaking, but I will write unto him my law by the finger of mine own hand, and I will make a spokesman for him. 18. And the Lord said unto me also, I will raise up unto the fruit of thy loins, and I will make for him a spokesman. And I behold, I will give unto him that he shall write the writing of the fruit of thy loins unto the fruit of thy loins, and the spokesman of thy loins shall declare it. 19. And the words which he shall write shall be the words which are excellent in thy wisdom, should go forth unto the fruit of thy loins, and it shall be as if the fruit of thy loins had cried unto them of the rest, for I know their faith. 20. And they shall cry from the dust, yea, even repentance unto their brethren, even after many generations have gone by them, and it shall come to pass that their cry shall go, even according to the simpleness of their words. 21. Because of their faith, their words shall proceed forth out of page 62,
Everyone
unto their brethren, who are the fruit of thy loins, will make strong in their faith, unto the remembering of my covenant, which I made unto thy fathers. 52. And now, behold, my son Joseph, after the manner did my father of old prophecy. 23. Wherefore, because of this covenant thou art blessed, for thy seed shall not be destroyed, for they shall hearken unto the words of the book.
No one can hide from light.
And there shall rise up one mighty ruler, who shall do much good, working the word, and indeed being an instrument in the hands of God, exceeding things to work mighty wonders, and do that thing which is great in the sight of the things which is great in the sight of God, and to bring to pass much restoration unto the house of Israel, and into the seed of thy brethren. 55. And now blessed thou Joseph, behold thou art little, wherefore hearken unto the words of thy brother NEPHI, and it shall be done, and to be even according to the words which I have spoken. Remember the words that I commanded, and then
冻住，不许走。
I've got you in my sights. I could do this with my eyes closed.
Jews shall be gathered in all the lands of promise, that tombs, ransomed, banned from the fall, bodies of the dead will come forth from the grave, and their spirits from hell and from paradise. This will be judged. The tomb is saved from death, hell, the devil, and endless torment. The righteous will be saved in the kingdom of God. Penalties for sins set forth the Holy One of Israel is to keep us engaged. And now, my little brethren, I have learned these things that you might be able to hear the presence of the Lord, and you have covenanted with all the house of Israel. See, you have spoken to Jews and you have spoken to Israel, and you have spoken to Israel, and they shall be able to hear the truth, and all the time, and they shall be able to all the land of their inheritance, and shall be established in all the lands of promise. 3. Upon my beloved brethren, I have spoken to you these things that you may rejoice and lift up your hands forever, and forever because of the blessings which the Lord God shall bestow upon your children for. For I know that you have searched much better you to know the things to come, wherefore I know that you know that our flesh must waste away and die. Nevertheless, in our bodies we shall see God. Yea, I know that you know that in bodies shall show himself unto those that do return, and when we say, all the nations, that I should be among them, for it is who is the great creature, that he suffereth himself to become subject as man in the flesh, and that for all men, that all men might become subject unto him. 6. For as death hath passed upon all men, to fulfill the merciful plan of the great creator, there must needs be the power of resurrection, and the resurrection must needs come unto man by reason of the fall, and the fall came by reason of transgression, and because man became fallen, they were cut off from the presence of the Lord. 7. Therefore it must needs be anything between us, save it should be anything between us. This corruption, page 73, could not put on incorruption. Wherefore this judgment which came upon man must needs have remained to an endless duration, and if then this flesh must have laid down to rot, and it traveled to his mother earth to rise no more. 8. O wisdom of God, his mercy and grace. For behold, if the flesh should rise, no more our spirits must become subject at any himself, and forth from the sea, from God, and things to the devil. To rise no more 9, and our spirits must have become like unto him, and we become devils, angels to the devil, to be shut out from the presence of God, and to remain with the Father alive, and misery, like unto himself, yea, for that being who died with our first parents, we transformeth himself nigh unto an angel of light, and stirreth up children men unto secret combinations of murder, and many manner of secret works of darkness. 10. Oh, how great the goodness of our God, who prepareth a way for our escape from the grasp of this awful monster, yea, that monster, death and hell, which unfolds the death of the body, also the death of the spirit. 11. And because of the way of the Lord our God, the Holy Israel, this death of which I have spoken, which is the death and under of his death, which death is the grave. 12. And this death of which I have spoken, which is the spiritual death, shall deliver up his death, which spiritual death is hell. Wherefore death and hell must deliver up their dead, and hell must deliver up his active, and grave must deliver up his captive body, and body
all that stuff they pumped into me has to be for something.
13. So hungry I am God, for on the other hand, the realize of God must deliver up the spirits of the righteous, and the grave deliver up the body of the righteous, and spiritual body must deliver itself again, and all things unconvertible and immortal, and they are useful and perfect knowledge like the flesh, say feet, our knowledge shall be perfect. 14. Wherefore we shall have a perfect knowledge of all our guilt, and our uncleanness, and our nakedness, and the righteous shall be have perfect knowledge of their iniquities, and their righteousness being clothed with purity, yea, even the robe of righteousness. 15. And it came to pass that the time is and the one man hath come to preach yet not, and the Lord hath been faithful, and the Lord hath been faithful, and that comes to judgment, and that day is the Lord hath been I should be a little bit for the Lord, our God, for he has all the words that have gone forth out of his mouth, and his law must be fulfilled. Even the whole righteous, the thanks of the Holy One that who they have believed the Holy One that they have endured the prophecy, the word and defied it, ashamed it, they shall inherit the kingdom of God, which was prepared to be throughout the foundation of the world, and therefore shall be fall forever. 19. The great most of our God, the Holy One himself, will deliver his saints from the awful monster of death, and death and hell, and that with the fire and brimstone, which is endless torment. 20. How great the Holy One our God, and he is the
You're right.
And believe in his name, and be baptized in his name, and endure to the end, they must be damned, for the Lord God, the Holy One of Israel, has spoken it. 25. Wherefore he has given a law where there is no law, there is no punishment, and where there is no punishment, there is no condemnation, and where there is no condemnation, the mercy of the Holy One of Israel, and upon it, where there is no power, for the man upon the law of incident, and they are delivered from the awful monster. Yes, and
Fire! Keep out of my way!
good, they hearken unto the counsels of God. 30. And woe unto the rich who are rich as the things of the world, for because they are rich, they are despised of all men persecutely, and their hearts are upon the city, wherefore they consider the God, and we fall the praise of perish with them also. 31. And woe to that will not hear, for they shall perish. 32. Woe to the blind, that will not see, for they shall perish. 33. Woe to those who exercise the heart for the knowledge of their
You're powered up. Get in there. I have your You're
my garments and I take them before you. I pray to God of my salvation that you be able to okay, so the Lord searches time. You know that the last day, the all men shall be judged by judgment. The bodies will be judged by creation, for not all, but not all. And the rest of your life. This life will not run into the way we are sins, should have the same sin, and will find you back home at God. The very hope that Lord is there, and justify the message of Christ, that you may live, and you may not fear for all fear, that you may not linger for obligations of pessimist, and be proclaim this time, holy, holy, are my judgments before God, Almighty, but I know my own self, and I will have my conscience of mine, and I will have to believe, that I am perfect, and I am in the execution, and I shall wait you to not know you, of these things, that I follow as my soul, and I will do, do not be done with you, for you come to the truth, and not to the truth, and you will I will speak of you, that you not only believe, I will teach it, but you be of people, that I teach you the consequences of sin. Contact.
Chapter 10. Jews are crucified to God. They shall be scattered until they begin to believe in him. America shall be a land of no king, or no king and rules. Be reconciled to God. So
You're powered up. Get in there.
And now I take a sleep of you again. And now I take a again. Concerning this precious branch, whose I have spoken to, quote, behold, the promises which have obtained our promises unto us according to the flesh. Wherefore, as it hath been given unto me that many are preparing the flesh of this unbelief, and the Lord's God will respond to many, and the eternal judgment so that they are not. And the true doctrine is 3, for I have said to you that these incidents that have passed upon the last night of the things, that this should be his name, should come back to you. All there is God more without the world, and shall crucify him all of us, but our God, that there is none other nation on earth that would crucify their God. For should the mighty miracles be wrought among the nations, they would repent, and now they will stand to their God. Because of precepts and iniquities that had Jerusalem will strike their necks against him, that he be crucified. 6. Wherefore, because of their iniquities and destructions, famines, pestilences, and bloodshed shall come upon them, and they shall not be destroyed, shall be scattered among all nations. This shall be a weird start with them. 7. Behold, thus saith the Lord God, when they come, and they shall believe in me, and I will rise. And you have not implemented, but their promises have been shall restore unto the Lord, all the earth, and shall find such inheritance. And the kings shall not overpass, they shall be gathered in from their long certain, on the isles of the sea, and on the four parts of earth. And the nations of the Gentiles shall be praising their eyes, and they say God, and carrying them forth to the land of their inheritance. 9. The kings of the Gentiles shall be nursing father unto them, and their queens shall become nursing mothers. Wherefore the promises of the Lord are raising the Gentiles, for he hath spoken and hath not pursued. 10. But behold, this land, the city of God, shall be a land of land, and the Gentiles shall be blessed upon the land. 11. And this land shall be a land. 79. Liberty unto the Gentiles, and there shall be no kings upon the land who shall raise up unto the Gentiles. 12. And I will fortify this land against all the nations. 13. And he that riseth against Zion shall perish. Save God. 14. For this raiseth up a king against me, shall perish, for I, the Lord, the King of heaven, will be their king, and I will be a light unto them forever. For hear my words, 15. Wherefore this prayer is back to God, my covenants may be fulfilled, which I have made unto the children of men, that I will do unto them while they are in the flesh, and must needs destroy the works of darkness and of murders and of abominations. 16. Wherefore he that fights against Zion, whether you can take after not free, but male or female, shall perish. For they are they who are the poor of all the earth, for they who are not for me are against me, saith our God. 17. For I will fulfill my promises which I have made unto the children of men, and I will do unto them while they are in the flesh. 18. Wherefore my beloved brethren, thus saith our God, I will afflict thy seed by the hand of the Gentiles. Nevertheless, I will soften the hearts of the Gentiles, that they shall be like unto fathers to them. Wherefore the Gentiles shall be blessed and numbered among the house of Israel. 19. Wherefore I will consecrate this land unto the seed, and that they who shall be numbered among thy seed, wherefore the land of inheritance. For it is the fruitman, saith God, unto me of all their land. Wherefore I will have all men that dwell thereon, and they shall worship me, saith God. 20. And now, my beloved brethren, sing that our worship of God is in Christ, so we knowledge concerning these things. We must remember them, and lay aside our sins, and not hang down our heads. For we are not cast off from us. We have been carried out of the land of our inheritance, but we have been led up to our for the Lord has made us see our path, and we are upon an isle of the sea. As one, great are the promises of the Lord unto them who are on the isles of the sea. Wherefore, as the saints' isles, there must needs be more than this, and they are inhabited also by our brethren. We do, for behold, the Lord God led away from time to time from the house of Israel, according to his will and pleasure. And now behold, the Lord remembereth all them who have been broken up, according to remember us also. 23. Therefore shear up your hearts, remember that you are free and for yourselves, to choose the way of life and death, or the way of eternal life. 24. Wherefore my beloved brethren, reconcile yourselves to the will of God, and not to the will of the devil, and the flesh. Remember that you are reconciled to God, therefore make him through the grace of God, and ye are saved. 25. Wherefore may God raise you from death by the power of the resurrection, also the everlasting death by the power of the atonement, and ye may be received into the eternal kingdom of God, and that ye may also praise him through the grace of God. Amen. Second book of NEPHI, chapter 11. Jacob saw his Redeemer, the law of Moses, signifies Christ, and proves he shall come. And now Jacob spake many more things to nine people at that time. Nevertheless, only these things have I caused to be written, for the things which I have written suffice of me. 2. And now I, NEPHI, write more of the subject of words of Isaiah, for my soul delighteth in his words. For I will liken his words unto my people, and I will send them forth with all my children. For he verily saw my Redeemer, even as I have seen him. 3. And my brother Jacob also hath seen him as I have seen him, wherefore I will send my words forth unto my children, to bring them to him, and my words are true. Wherefore my words are free. God hath said, I will establish my word. Nevertheless, God sendeth forth witness, and he proveth all his words. 4. Behold, my soul delighteth in proving unto my people the truth of the coming of Christ. For this hath the law of Moses been given, and all things which have been given of God, and given of God unto man. And sometimes I've been. 5. And also my soul delighteth in the covenants of the Lord, which he hath made more authors. Yea, my soul delighteth in his grace, and in his justice and power. And mercy may break me from a flame of deliverance from death. 6. And my soul delighteth in proving unto my people that say Christ should come, all men must perish. 7. For if there be no Christ, then be no God. If there be no God, we are not. For there could have been no creation, and there is a God, and he is Christ, the creator in the fullness of his own time. Which is being 8. And now I have Christ, the secretary of Isaiah. Whosoever, and that people shall see his words, and the hell of us, and we will to all men. Now these are words, and ye may let me unto you and all in the way.
I'm on fire.
Good morning, second book of NEPHI, chapter 12, page 81, chapter 12. Isaiah sees the later-day temple, gathering of Israel, and the millennium of judgment and peace. The proud and wicked shall be brought low at the second coming. Compare Isaiah 2. The words that Isaiah, the son of Amos, saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem too. And it shall come to pass that in the last days, when the mountain of the Lord's house shall be established in the top of the mountain, shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall come unto it. 3. And they people shall go and say unto me, and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, to the house of the God of Jacob. And he will teach us the ways, and he will walk in his paths. For that is how I shall give forth the law and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem. 4. And he shall judge among the nations, he shall rebuke your people, and they shall beat their swords into plowshares, and their spears into pruning hooks. Yet he shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore. 5. O house of Jacob, come ye, and let us walk in the light of the Lord. Yea, I will walk ye and all men shall you every one from the boys. 6. Therefore the Lord hath hated to save my people, the house of Jacob, because they be punished from the east, and hearken unto the soothsayers of the Philistines, and they feed themselves in the strong treasures. 7. They have exalted all the silver and wall, neither is there any end of their feathers. They have exalted all horses, neither is there any end of their chariots. 8. They have exalted all idols. They worship the work of their own hands, and they that push of their own fingers have made. 9. And the mean man hath not now made great man, humbleth himself not, therefore forgive him not. 10. O ye wicked ones, enter into the law, and hide thee in the dust, for the fear of the Lord, and the glory of his majesty shall smite thee. 11. And it shall come to pass after all these walks of a man shall be humble, and humble shall be bowed down, and the Lord alone shall be exalted in that day. 12. For the day of the Lord comes. Soon cometh upon all nations, yea, upon every one, yea, upon the proud of the lofty, and upon every one who is lifted up, he shall be brought low. 13. Yea, and the day of the Lord shall come upon all the cedars of Lebanon, for they are high and lifted up, and upon all the oaks of Bashan. 14. And upon all the high mountains, and upon all the hills, and upon all the nations which are lifted up, and upon every people. 15. And upon every high tower, and upon every fenced wall. 16. And upon all the ships of the sea, and upon all the ships of hardness, and upon all the pictures. 17. And the loftiness of man shall be bounded down, and the haughtiness of men will be made low, and the Lord alone shall be exalted in that day. 18. And the idols he shall utterly abolish. 19. And they shall go into the holes of the rocks, and hands of the earth, what fear of the Lord shall come upon them, and glory and majesty shall strengthen. Of his majesty shall strengthen, and the field riseth, and shake terribly the earth. 20. In that day a man shall cast his idols of silver and his idols of gold, which he hath made for himself to worship, to the moles and to the bats. 21. To give himself the class of the rocks and to the tops of the rank rocks, for the fear of the Lord shall come upon them, the majesty of his glory shall smite them, when he riseth, and shake terribly the earth. 22. Seize ye from man, whose breath is in his nostrils, for wherein he is to be accounted of.
Together, we are strong.
Page 82, second book of Nephi, chapter 15. Judah and Jerusalem shall be punished for their disobedience. The Lord pleads for and judges his people, daughters of Zion, how earth and heavens before their
Everyone heal up.
Compare Isaiah 8. For before the Lord of hosts, who I take away from Jerusalem and from Judah, the stay and the staff, the whole staff of bread, and the whole stay of water. 2. The mighty man and the man of war, the judge and the prophet, and the prudence and the future. 3. The captain of NEPHI and honorable man, and the counselor, and the cunning artificer, and the husband's fourth. 4. That are given short unto them to be their princes, and the shall rule over them. 5. And the people shall be oppressed, every one by another, and everyone by his neighbor. The child shall behave himself proudly against the ancients, and the base against the honorable. 6. When a man shall take hold of his brother of the house of his father, and shall say, Thou hast clothing, be thou all good, and let not this room come under thy hand. 7. In that day shall he swear, say, I will not be all evil, for my house shall be a land of clothing, taking out the root of the people's feet, all the roots of the feet, and do not follow, because there is a good tongues, and everything is happening against the Lord, and in the mind of the glory. 9. The show of their presence shall not witness against them, and consecrate their sin, to be even Sodom, and take not mind will into their souls, for they have the word of evil into themselves. 10. Saying the night is not the 11. Well and truly good, for they shall perish when the reward of their hands shall be upon them. 12. And my people shall bring out their oppressors and move over them. But my people, that who lead thee, cause thee to err, and destroy the way of thy paths. 13. The Lord standeth up to plead, and standeth to judge the people. 14. The Lord will enter into the judgments with the ancients of his people, and the princes ever, when ye have eaten of the vineyard, and the spoil of the poor in your houses. 15. But me, ye beat my people to pieces, and grind the faces of the poor, save the Lord God of hosts. 16. The Lord says, because of the Zion, walking in us, with the special goodness and actions, walking in his as they go, and making him their feet. 17. Therefore the Lord will smite with the staff of the ground, and the light of the mountain down, and the Lord will discover the secret. 18. In that day the Lord will take away the great frequency from the face, in clouds, and round about like the moon. 19. Those who places and mountains. 20. And the sandals and earrings, 21. Ladies and individuals. 22. And the seasonal hair, and bearers and nipples, and Christian things. 23. He glasses of my women, and things from veils. 24. And shall come to pass instead of sweet smell there shall be a thing, and instead of a girdle, a rent, and instead of a well-set hair, baldness, and instead of a stomacher, a dream of sackcloth, burning instead of beauty. 25. Sword from my mouth is war. 26. And her gates shall remain and more empty, shall be necklace and shall sit upon you. Page 83. Chapter 14. The Zion and the daughters shall be redeemed in claims in the millennial day. And in that day, some of them shall take hold of one man, saying, We will eat our own bread, and wear our own hero. Only let us be called on our neighbors and away all the world's food. In that day, the branch of the Lord be beautiful and glorious, the fruit of the earth. Behind you. Come loose to them, that they all escape from the and it shall come to pass, they all that be behind them, and Jerusalem shall be full of holy.
Огонь по готовности!
And the Lord shall have lost away the hope of the house of Zion, shall have cursed the blood of Jerusalem, from the midst of Israel by the spirit of judgment and by the spirit of burning. And the Lord will create on every dwelling place on Mount Zion, on the final assembly. A cloud is going by day and shining up many times by night, while all the glory is not like the being felt. 6. And there will be a tabernacle where the shadow of daytime and the hidden place of refuge and odor and storming of them. The Lord's vineyard, Israel, shall become desolate, and his people shall be scattered. Others shall come upon them that escape, and scatter the state. The Lord shall lift and ensign and gather staff. Declare Isaiah 5. And then will I sing to my well-beloved a song of my love, touching his vineyard. My well-beloved hath the vineyard, and hath the fruitful hill. 2. And he built it, and gathered up the stones thereof, and planted it with his vine, and built the tabernacle of it. He also made a winepress therein. And he looked at it to bring forth grapes, and brought forth wild grapes. 3. And now, O inhabitants of Jerusalem, and of Judah, doth I pray you be put to me and my vineyard. 4. What we have been done was my vineyard, I have not done with it. Therefore, when I visit, I should bring forth grapes, and brought forth wild grapes. 5. And now, I will bring you what I will use my vineyard. I will sweep away the hedge thereof, and it shall be eaten up, and I will break down the wall thereof, and it shall be trodden down. 6. And I will lay it waste, it shall not be pruned, nor dig, but there shall come up briars and thorns. I will also command the clouds, and there rain no rain upon it. 7. For the vineyard of the Lord of hosts, the house of Israel, and the men of Judah is full of pride, and the whole of the righteousness that is full of pride. 8. Go among to them that dwell the house, so there will be no place that they may be placed alone in the midst of the earth. 9. In my ears said the Lord of hosts, a truth many houses shall be vented, and great complexities of inhabitants. 10. Yea, 10 acres of the vineyard shall yield one back, and seed of a homer shall yield an half back. 11. Go unto them that rise up early in the morning, that they may follow strong drink and continue until night and wine and blame them. 12. And depart from the tabrets of the vine on their face of the garden of 18. Neither considered operation of his hands. 13. Therefore not be all walking at the feet, and coming walls and honor them out, and the multitude right up the face. 14. Therefore all that walking yourself over the ground, and their glory in their multitude, and be not going shall descend into it. 15. And any man shall be brought down, not man shall be come up. And eyes of the lightning shall be opened. 16. But the Lord of hosts shall be walking with him, though that is holy shall be sanctified in righteousness. 17. These are the lamb's feet after the manner, and the waste places of the fat ones shall strangers eat between wounds, and that rock and iniquity, those who vanity and sin as a word of the heart wound. 19. That say that they sweet.
I can hear people, but they can't talk to me. Oh my gosh! Stay away from us! Oh crap! Get ready to war somebody! Crap! Get down here! Boom! Hey! Hey, cheer! Boom! Me versus you! You suck! Oh! Thanks for some help, baby! Okay, let's get Shabby! You! What the? Wait, drink the other one? I can do that. If only I could sneak up to people. Holy crap! Who am I? The master? Oh. I need the dude! Boom! Oh! People up. Okay, it's anything yet. Ooh, what is this? Yeah, a husk! Now he can see me. What'd you say to me? Hello! Oh, you're coming in hot! You again? Crap. I am the master of the day. I never did anything! Victory is ours! Books 5. What? Yeah, I got 2 turns. No, I didn't get 2 turns yet. I only got 1. Hello. I like to say you are. Hello.
After having Syria wage war against Judah, Christ shall be born of a virgin. Compare Isaiah 7. And it came to pass in the days of Ahaz, the son of Jotham, the son of Uzziah, king of Judah, that rising king of Syria, and Pekah, the son of Ahaziah, king of Israel, went up towards Jerusalem to war against it, but did not prevail against it. 2. How it was told the house of David, saying, Syria is confederate with Ephraim, and his heart was moved, and the heart of his people as the trees of the wood are moved with the wind. Now, and Jerusalem, and have become with the pool and the highway of the forest field, 4. And saying unto him, take heed and be quiet, fear not, you the thing are before the 2 scales of these swift fire rams, for the fierce anger of the resident of Syria, and the son of Remethaliah, 5. Because Syria and Ephraim and the son of Remethaliah have taken evil counsel against thee, saying, 6. Let us go forward up against Judah, and of Exet, and let us make a breach therein for us. Instead of king with her, yea, the son of Tabiel, 7. Thus saith the Lord God, it shall not stand, neither shall it come to pass. 8. For the head of Syria is Damascus, the head of Damascus present, and within 3 and 5 years shall Ephraim be broken and be not the people. 9. And the head of Ephraim is Samaria, and the head of Samaria is Remaliah his son. That he will not believe, so he shall not be established. And moreover, the Lord spake again unto Ahaz, saying, 11. As to thee, a sign of the Lord thy God asked thee, either in the depths or in the heights above. 12. And Ahaz said, I will not ask neither will I turn to the Lord. 13. And he said, hear ye now, O house of David. Is it a small thing for you to bury him? So ye bury my God also. 14. Therefore the Lord himself shall give you a sign, before the virgin shall conceive and shall bear a son, and shall call his name Emmanuel. 15. Butter and honey shall he eat, that he may know to refuse the evil and choose the good. 16. For before the child shall know to refuse the evil and choose the good, the land that thou abhorrest shall be forsaken of both the kings. 17. The Lord shall bring upon thee and upon thy people and upon thy father's house days that have not come from the day of Ephraim, departed from Judah, the king of Assyria. 18. It shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall hiss for the fly that is the uttermost part of Egypt, for the bee that is in the land of Assyria. 19. And they shall come and shall thrust all of them in the desolate valleys, and in the holes of the rocks, upon all thorns, upon all bushes. 20. And the same day shall the Lord shave with a razor that is hired by them beyond the river, by the king of Assyria, and the head and the hair of the feet, and it shall also consume the beard. 21. It shall come to pass in the day a man shall work a young cow and 2 sheep. 22. It shall come to pass 4 elements of milk they shall give. Ye shall eat butter, or butter and honey shall everyone eat that is left on the land. 23. It shall come to pass that day every place shall we, where there are 1,000 vines and 1,000 citadels, we shall eat reeds and thorns. 24. With arrows and with bows shall men come thither, because all the land shall become riders and thorns. 25. And all pillars shall be let's bring it together. And thorns shall get any 4,000 of lesser cattle.
Enemy turret ahead.
Page 88 of the second book of NEPHI, chapter 18, Christ, shall be as a stone stumbling and a rock of offense. Seek the Lord, not seeking wizards. Lies the testimony for guidance. Compare Isaiah 8. Moreover, the word of the Lord shall be safely and right, and into a man's hand, concerning that hatch Allah hatch as 2. And I gave them to you faithful witness, record, Uriah, the priest, and Zechariah, the son of Jeberechiah. 3. And I went unto the prophetess, and she conceived unto her son, and said, the Lord to me, call this name, Maher, shall not hatch as. 4. Behold, the child shall not have knowledge to cry my father, and my mother before the witches of Massacus, and the spoil of Samaria shall be taken away before the king of Syria. The Lord spake also unto me, and said, since the people refuse the waters of Gilead, that goes out to the Jews and rising, and the valley of 7, and the waters of the river, surrounding and even the king of Syria, and all his glory, and he shall come up, and all his channels, and over all his banks, and he shall pass through the each water will hold in the river, and which he is the next and is stretching out the wings shall fill the breadth of thy land of Emmanuel. 9. Associate yourselves of these people, and ye shall be broken, and countries gird yourselves in yourselves, and ye shall be broken in pieces. 10. Take counsel together, and it shall come to naught. Speak the word, and shall not stand, for God is with us. 11. All those that shall stand with a strong hand, and shall do that, not walk away, and people say, well, Satan is the Confederacy, all to whom this people has said, Confederacy. Man, fear, not be afraid. And he said, the Lord comes himself, and let him be no fear, and let him be no dread. 14. And he shall be for a sanctuary before a sin of stumbling, and for a rock of offense of the house of Israel, for a din and a snare to the inhabitants of Jerusalem. 15. And many among them shall stumble and fall, and be broken and be snared, and be taken. 16. Bind up the testimony and seal the law among my disciples. 17. And I will wait upon the Lord, and hide up the place in the house of Jacob, and I will look for him. 18. Behold, I will remove the captivity on the Pharaoh, and the Lord comes, he shall not have child. 19. And he shall say unto you, speak to them that have no spirits and unto wizards, and shake not people seek unto their God, and will be healed from them. 20. The law and the testimony, if they speak not according to this word, there is no way to know of the Lord. And they shall ask you, he said, and shall hold fast, and they shall be hungry, and shall cut themselves, and curse their king, and their God, and their Lord. 22. And they shall look unto the earth, and be fallen from all things, and destroy anguish, and shall be driven to darkness.
Check it! Enemy turret ahead!
Page 89, chapter 19, Isaiah speaks methodically, the people not to see great life, and do as such child is born. Because of peace, and the land of Jesus friend, compare Isaiah 9. Nevertheless, the people shall not be so as in great safety, and look at Issy like he afflicted the land of Zebulun, and the land of Naphtali, and afterwards see the religiously afflicted of it, and the land of Red Sea beyond Jordan in Galilee, of nations. 2. The people that walked in darkness have seen a great light. The day imagine well in the land of the shadow of death, upon them has the light shine. 3. God has multiplied the nation of testimony, thankful the quality of the joy in the harvest, and as never goes to the divine soil. 4. For thou hast broken the yoke of his burden, and the staff of his shoulder, the rod of his oppressor. 5. For thou he has the Lord refused noise, and not his word in law, and the story of the burning the fuel of fire. 6. For he testifies the wonders of the sons and the governments shall be upon his shoulders, and his name shall be called wonderful Counselor, the mighty God, the everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace. 7. Of the increase of government and peace there is no end upon the throne of David, and upon the kingdom with order it, and to establish it with judgments and with justice from henceforth, even forever. The zeal of the Lord of hosts will perform this. 8. The Lord has sent his word unto Jacob, and hath not Israel. 9. And all the even Bethlehem, and to the inhabitants of Samaria, and set aside and satisfied, and fallen down, and with the stones, the seals are cut down, and the strength and the seas. 11. Therefore the Lord shall set up adversaries arisen against them, and join his enemies together. 12. The Syrians before and the Philistines behind, and they shall devour Israel with open mouth, for all his anger is not turned away, but his hand stretched out still. 13. For the people turneth not into him that smiteth them, neither do they seek the Lord of hosts. 14. Therefore will the Lord cut off from Israel head and tail, branch and rush in one day. 15. The ancient is the head, and the top of the lines use the tail. 16. The ears of the people touch the hair, they have all the head. 17. The Lord shall have no joy in them all day night, shall have mercy on their fathers and widows, for that one of them to take their hand and should do it. And every mouth speaketh folly, for all this is not through the way of his hand is stretched out still. 18. All which has burning hands in the fire shall bow down the fires and thorns and shall cool. Move the for the force and shall have that in the snow. Who that the post is the land and the people shall be as the fire. They are the fires running. And he shall go out the west and recover the east and they shall not be satisfied. They shall be taken but not now. They together shall be against the ground. All this anger not their way.
Let's break it!
Victory!
Page 90. Second book of NEPHI, chapter 20. Destruction of Syria is a sign of destruction of wicked at the second coming. Few people shall be left after the Lord comes again. Remnants of Jacob shall return in that day. Compare Isaiah 10. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees and that by grievousness, which they have prescribed. The two, to turn away and take away the right to the Lord actions, that we that pray and that they have not the body of the street, and that will be the day of visitation and and verily believe for without me they shall bow down under the prisoners, and they shall fall under the slain, for all this anger is not turned away, and his hand is stretched out still. 5. O Assyrian, out of my anger and the staff in the hand is their indignation. 6. I will send him against a hypocritical nation, and against the people of my wrath will I give him a charge to take the spoil and to take the prey, and to tread them down like a mere of the streets. 7. How do you think God in his heart thinks so, that in his heart it is to destroy and cut off nations, not a few. 8. For he sinners are not my princes altogether kings. 9. Is not Cano as Carchemish, is not Hamath as Arpad, is not Samaria as Damascus. 10. As my hand hath founded and made you kingdoms of the idols, and whose great images did excel them of Jerusalem and of Samaria. 11. Shall I not have my hand founded Samaria and idols, so do to Jerusalem and her idols? 12. Wherefore it shall come to pass that when the Lord hath performed his whole work upon the men of Zion and upon Jerusalem, I will punish the fruit of the south part of the king of Assyria, and the glory of his high looks. 13. For he saith, by the strength of my hand, and by my wisdom I have done these things, for I am prudent, and I have willed the orders of the people, and have brought to their treasures, and I have put down with inhabitants like a valiant man. 14. And my hand hath found as a nest of the riches of the people, and as one gathereth eggs that are left have I gathered all the earth, and there opened the mouth for each. 15. Shall the axe boast itself against him, as heweth therewith? Shall the saw magnify itself against him that shaketh it? As if the rod should shake itself against them that lift up, or as if the shaft should lift up itself, as if it were no wood. 16. Therefore shall the Lord of hosts send among his pathways, leanness and under his glory, he shall kindle a burning, like the burning of a fire. 17. And the life of Israel shall be for a fire, and his holy one for a flame, and shall burn and shall devour his holiness and his fires in the 18. And shall consume the glory of his voice, and of his fruitful field, both soul and body, and they shall be as when the standard bearer hastened them. 19. And the rest of the trees of his forest shall be few, but a child may rank them, and it shall come to pass in that day that the rings of Israel shall pass on escape of the house of Jacob. Shall no warning stay upon him that smote them, but shall stay upon the Lord, the Holy One of Israel in truth. 21. The remnant shall return, yea, even the remnants of Jacob unto the mighty God. 22. For though thy people Israel be as the sand of the sea, and the remnants of them shall return, consumption, decree shall overflow with righteousness. 23. For the Lord God of hosts shall make consumption even determined in the whole land. 24. Therefore thus saith the Lord God of hosts, over my people in the nations, be not afraid of me, he shall slice me with a rod, and shall lift up his staff against me, and the man of Egypt. 25. For yet the cities of the land of the nation shall cease, and my anger is receptive. So he says, the Lord of hosts shall serve the Lord, according to the slaughter of the Midian, after the water of the Lord, and after the blood of the sea, so shall he lift up after the manner of Egypt.
Hey! Wake up! Hey! Lay off! Hey!
I'm reclaiming this objective.
And the high ones of Sanctuary shall be hewn down, and the heartbeat shall be humbled. 34. And he shall cut down the thickets of the forest, the fire and the left Lebanon shall fall on the mighty one.
Very fast. Behind you. We've reached the objective. Let's coordinate our efforts.
Check it out. The Roman must go to NEPHI, chapter 21. Son of Jesse, Christ shall judge in righteousness, knowledge of God shall come to the earth in the millennium. The Lord shall raise up Zion and gather Israel. Compare Isaiah 11. And there shall come forth a rod, Zebulun 2, out of Son of Jesse, and a branch shall grow out of his roots. 2. And the Spirit of the Lord shall rest upon him, the Spirit of wisdom and understanding, the Spirit of counsel and might, the Spirit of knowledge, and of the fear of the Lord. 3. And shall make him a quick understanding in the fear of the Lord, and he shall not judge after the sacrifice, neither reprove after hearing of his ears. 4. But with righteousness shall he judge the poor, and reprove the thief before the meek. And he shall stand the earth out of his mouth, and the breath of the just shall be slain the wicked. 5. And righteousness shall be the rule of the faithfulness, the rule of his reigns. 6. And all shall well with the land, and the leper shall lie down with the dead, and the fat from the young lion, and fatling together from the time shall leave them. 7. And the cow from the bear shall feed, Their young ones shall lie down together, and the lion shall eat straw like the ox. And the second child shall play on the hole of the asp, and the lean child shall put his hand on the
It's not my birthday. Who the hell was he saying? You guys? You fight him? Okay.
And he shall set up an ensign, and nations shall assemble the outcasts of Israel, and gather together in the skirts of Judah, from the four corners of the earth. 13. The envy of Ephraim also shall depart, and the adversaries of Judah shall be cut off. Ephraim shall not envy Judah, and Judah shall not vex Ephraim. 14. For they shall fly upon the shoulders of the Philistines towards the west. They shall spoil them of the east together. They shall lay their hand upon Sodom and Moab, and the children of Ammon shall obey them. 15. And the Lord shall utterly destroy the tongue of the Egyptians, sea with the mighty wind, over the river, and shall smite it in the seven kings, and the hand of the of God. 16. And it shall be outside of the rivers of this people, which shall be left by Syria, as the rest of Israel, and the day that came out of the land of Egypt. Chapter 22, Sacred NEPHI, whom the living dead, all men shall praise the Lord. He shall not all longer compare Isaiah 12. And in that day thou shalt say, O Lord, I will praise thee, though thou wast angry with me, thine anger is turned away, and thou comfortest me too. Behold, God is my salvation, I will trust and not be afraid, for the Lord Jehovah is my strength and my song. He also has become my salvation. He therefore with joy shall ye roll over out of the wells of salvation. 4. And in that day shall ye say, praise the Lord, and call upon his name, declare his doings among the people. Make mention that his name is exalted. 5. Sing unto the Lord, for he hath done excellent things. This is known in all of earth. 6. Cry out and shout out, inhabitants of Zion, for praise the Holy One of Israel in the midst of thee.
It's hand.
Oh, shit. Book of Mormon playlist just finished. That means I need to leave the game and stop broadcasting.